Hello everyone. Welcome to today's interactive session with Essentially Sports. Today we are privileged to have exclusively the ONE FC MMA World Heavyweight Champion Arjan Singh Bhullar with us. First of all, thank you so much for joining, Arjan. And you
Thank you for
recent
having me. Pleasure to be here.
and you recently had the biggest accomplishment of your fighting career, that you became the first fighter of Indian descent to get that ONE FC MMA gold. So how has life been since grabbing that world title?
It's been amazing. It's been life changing. I've been very happy, very excited, and just been celebrating with family. So couldn't be any better.
So it was a tough fight that you recently had. You outclassed a veteran uh, uh, and that was really a sensible performance. So was there a point in that fight where you felt that okay, this is getting tough, or I might not be able to do that, because it was actually a very close fight?
It wasn't a close fight. I don't know what fight you watched, my man. We were very comfortable, and it was going exactly as we trained and planned. There's a bit of danger in the end of the first, but handled it well. At no point was I panicking.
I mean, Brandon Vera obviously is a veteran, and whenever he steps up to fight, he had got his plans right. And obviously, getting into a octagon with a former UFC fighter, obviously you have got that experience of fighting in the UFC, but he was a veteran fighter, and people don't necessarily get to put a crack on him. But you could successfully do that, and you could take him to the ground, you could plant his shot. So, and as you just mentioned that everything went as per your plan. So how, was there an exact point where you felt that okay, I have got this fight and I am going to get out as the winner?
Yeah, just all the way through. It was going according to plan. We knew we were going to stand up and win. We knew we were going to take him down and beat him up. All of those things. So, yeah, he's a veteran, and I wanted that name and I wanted that head, and I got the goal.
Now, see, you obviously had the big win, and a rematch can possibly be on the line. So, do you see a rematch with Brandon Vera happening somewhere in the future?
Say that again. Take it with you.
Uh, Obviously, you had a big win, and possibly Brandon Vera might come up into the championship right again, and he
No
might challenge.
problem. He wants a rematch. We can do an immediate rematch. It doesn't matter to me. We'll finish him quicker. We're confident. Doesn't matter.
Now we got to see the Prime Minister of Canada. He just tweeted out, he praised your performance, and it was just one such instance. There were several tweets, several fans from all over the world. They came and they praised you. So they also want to know what's next for you. So have you just thought about your first title defense, or whom would you like to face next?
No, I called out Kanji one because he has some momentum in the division, and until other guys get some wins and get some momentum, he's still the guy in my opinion.
Okay, so that's great to hear. And oh, Charter Sitodong, he recently said that he would be interested in doing a crossover with the UFC roster. So, what's your thought on that?
It'd be amazing. I'm down with it. I have no problem. Anybody, anywhere, pro wrestling, MMA, it doesn't matter. We're ready to go.
Now, if that actually happens, you'd be going against Francis Ngannou, who is currently having the world title over there in the UFC. And looking at his striking power, you really have a great chance because you're a wrestler, and you will have the chance to take him down. And you have already, I believe, that seen a couple of his fights. So, if that fight ever happens, Arjan Singh Bhullar versus Francis Ngannou, how do you see that happening?
Hey, look, Francis is a very dangerous guy. We share the same agent. I got a lot of respect for him. I wouldn't talk poorly about him, but I fight to win. If were ever locked in, I'd win. I would use my wrestling against him like Stipe did the first fight. But he's got a lot of punching power, and he's very dangerous, and he's a great champion.
Now, when you look at one championship, obviously it's doing tremendous things for the world of combat, not just MMA. It has got its own Muay Thai bouts, it has got its MMA bouts, and it is really doing some great work for the Asian MMA. And since you're an Indian hero right now to the world, would you like? Obviously, you would like to, I believe, but have you ever planned to come down to India and compete in some fights? And if it ever happens, when can we possibly see that?
Absolutely, we're coming over there ASAP. Once the COVID calms down, we're bringing the belt. We're gonna do a lot of things out there, a lot of things in the pipe coming along. I can't wait to come back home.
Now, coming back to your career, Arjun, obviously you have accomplished a lot in your fighting career. You've been into the Commonwealth Series. You have already become a world champion in MMA, and through this whole big fighting career, what does this world title actually mean to you? I mean, obviously you had a lot of accolades, but what special does this world title add?
It means the world to me. Every other milestone and accomplishment led to this one. So this is the pinnacle of it all. And I'm a world champion. I've never done that before in anything. To be one of the best in the world at what you do is a truly blessing. So I'm very grateful.
I mean, when you were going against Brandon Vera, when the announcement came out, a lot of people doubted you. A lot of people said that you're not going to do it, but at the end of the day, you made it in fashion. So, was it a reply to the critics, or did you just follow up and concentrate on your own game plan?
Say that again.
Like when the fight was announced with Brandon Vera, a lot of people doubted you. A lot of people thought that Brandon Vera is a legend and you might not have a chance, but you proved them wrong. You silenced them in fashion. So, did you ever have this thought that I need to silence my critics, or it was just about sticking to your own game plan?
No, I don't care about critics. I'm already motivated enough to be the best and to accomplish what I want in my life. I've got a beautiful wife and kids that I do it for, and that's all the motivation I need beyond myself. So critics and stuff. It doesn't matter what you accomplish in life. People always point at something, so I don't pay them no attention.
Obviously, no, you had a great time in the past few months. You had a big win. You had all the success in your life. But at the same time, we were all clutched down by the COVID-19, the entire pandemic outbreak. So, how difficult was it for you to maintain your training, or what was the hardships that you felt as a fighter while going through this entire pandemic?
Just this is the longest time I've ever gone without competing. So a year and a half without competing is again that was my biggest challenge. And but I focused on what I could control, and that's getting better every day in training and being ready to be the best version of myself when I got the call. And I think we did that.
Yeah, definitely. You obviously did that. And since the pandemic slowly, the situation is slowly getting better. I mean, and we have already seen so many events come down to the live. One championship is already back in the flow. Can you tell us a time frame that when we can see you back again in action?
Very, very soon. We are working on a few things. We're going to talk to the boss man, and we'll get the contract signed up.
So, how has been like? What are the things that you're doing right now after getting the win? And just can you update us about the recent training sessions that you have or you're
Yeah,
planning to have?
this is almost your last question, so we will go over it, and then I gotta wrap this up. But um, just I'm with family. We're working on pro wrestling, locking up that deal, and so we're gonna do both. So excited for that.
Thank you so much, Arjan Singh Bhullar. Lastly, this is essentially sports fans' perspective. If you want to say something to the fans that has been following you, watching you for so long,
Thank you guys so much. We did it, but we're not done yet. So keep supporting 1 billion strong.
thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining and taking out some time with us, Arjan. Hopefully, we will reconnect soon, and all the best for the big win that you are going to have in the future. And congrats for getting that world title. And we hope that we keep retaining it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye.